You think this is a game?
Yes! Wake up!
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
Holy sh**.
Is Dorit Kemsley getting the wool pulled over her eyes during her split from estranged husband PK? This week's episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has me a little worried for our child of the world, and it's a brutal one for Sutton Stracke as she opens up about all the trauma with her dad's suicide during the trip down to visit her mom. It's a really heavy episode, so let's get into it. I'm Anna Rumor, and this is Pop Culture Social Call. Let's start with Dorit, who in last week's episode told us PK had sent her a threatening email saying he was going to completely cut her off financially when it came to their house and the kids. Dorit hadn't been able to talk to PK at all during their separation, so she was reeling. But this week she tells Bozoma St. John and Erika Jayne that she was finally able to get him on the phone.
I'm talking to him, and there is the father of my children. The man that I believed no longer existed.
Dorit asked if he could just slow down a little bit with his divorce machinations so they could not be at war for the benefit of their kids. But Boz thinks PK's nice guy switch up is all part of an act.
It feels like a trick.
No, that I can guarantee you.
All right.
Because he's not that person. Stop side-eyeing.
Dorit doesn't want to believe it, but Boz says PK wants her to calm down so she won't act and he can act.
The advantage is that he wants to have the upper hand. If you are cornered like any animal, you're going to strike. He's afraid of how smart you are and how you will strike. Because legally, he can't go around town and scoop up everybody so that you don't have good counsel. Dorit needs to keep her eyes open. A divorce is gonna come. It's gonna take her totally by surprise. She's going to get the shorter end of the stick. You can't just stand still and wait for him to do things to you. You can't be a victim.
It's a tough realization for Dorit to come to, but I agree. I think she needs to be careful.
You think this is a game?
Yes! Wake up!
Also, Boz needs to be careful. She wants to have a baby with her boyfriend, but tells the ladies they haven't even said I love you yet.
No disrespect, but having a baby, but not telling the man I love you. Okay. Then, all right, what are we doing?
Meanwhile, Sutton is treading carefully with her mom as she, Garcelle Beauvais, and Kyle Richards continue on their kind of nightmare visit to Augusta.
You want some ice?
No, I'm good. You know, being tropical, I don't really have a lot of ice.
Oh, well, you aren't English, that's for sure.
What?
This whole trip is bringing back a lot of memories of Sutton's father, and she opens up about how before his death, he was in a depressive state and taking antidepressants and sleeping pills that really didn't help.
He would go on and off of them for years, and then he would self-medicate with alcohol. He was very confused, talking a lot about how he wanted to kill himself. Didn't know what day it was.
Sutton wants to kind of dredge up some memories of her childhood and her father, so she plans to revisit the home in which he died. But her mom has no interest in joining, and Sutton admits she's got some resentment against her mom when it comes to her dad.
So when my dad shot himself, my mother was home. She was in the kitchen. She knew that he was taking sleeping pills, he was taking Xanax, he was self-medicating with alcohol, there was a loaded gun in the house, and he shot himself right then and there.
It's an emotional visit to her childhood home, but Sutton said she could use it as a chance to say goodbye to her father.
I loved him so much and miss him every day.
And while her mom might not have wanted to engage in her catharsis, Sutton does eventually sit down for a conversation with her that I felt was helpful.
Why would you think I wouldn't be proud of you?
I guess because you don't say it.
I don't need to.
Well, maybe I need for you to.
Well, okay, I'm proud of you. See, it's to me, it's kind of like saying I love you. That is so trite and so inconsequential.
And I don't think it's trite to tell your children that you're proud of them. I don't think it's trite to tell your children that you love them.
Sutton's mom even agrees to come to her fashion show, and I'm just happy Sutton might be able to get some kind of family healing on this trip.
I just want better.
We can do better.
I know we can.
Yeah.
That was a lot for one episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. What did you think? Let me know down in the comment section, like and subscribe while you're there, then head over to popculture.com for the latest entertainment news. Until next time, I'm Anna Rumor, and this is Pop Culture Social Call.